let me invite you to join me with this. So this is only down, 60 BPM, click per sound. Yo, what's up guys? So wanted to continue the conversation about C major and starting guitar from zero. So in the last 2 episodes we talked about the 5 position, and I gave you guys some exercise, also practicing with me on that video, playing C major, playing 60 BPM. Now, one of the things that I feel a lot of people don't think about as much is the sync between the 2 hands. I feel with guitar especially, there's a lot of skipping of strings, right? And whether we play legato or we, decide to pick every note, there's still a lot of motion here, right? So I feel that just dealing with the right hand separately from the left hand, of course there are many great exercises for both, which is totally fine, but I feel like just dealing with the right hand separately is a very good idea. So here are a few basic ideas for exercises. Again, I like to play them with a click. I like to use sometimes like a groove as well. There are some apps, there are some drum apps and stuff like that you can do just for fun, but the idea is just having some kind of click or some kind of beat so you are in time. So the first exercise, I'm going to differentiate between picking only down, picking only up, or picking alternate, down up or up down, right? So there are basically 4 options. Only down, only up, down, up, down. Cool. Now the first one, I'm just going to start all down. So I'm literally going to play the open strings. Now, as I spoke before about C major, I think I don't look at these small and simple quote-unquote actions lightly. I feel they're actually very complex, and I want my mind, my fingers, my ears to learn exactly where the action is, right? So I'm teaching my brain where the string is. So if I'm doing it too fast and not accurately, it's not going to be as accurate as possible. So I want to let my system, right, learn that information. So a lot of times when I study classical music, I remember more with fingerstyle, my teacher was talking about playing and preparing the second finger. Remember, especially when I practice those exercises very slow. So I feel the same action is applied here, in the sense I'm playing the string and then I'm preparing the pick on the next string, and then I'm playing and I'm preparing, very quickly preparing the string. Again, same action. So it's kind of 2 actions, right? Playing, and then preparing, playing, preparing. Of course, when you play it faster, there's not a lot of time, so you're just going to play. But I would start it from very slow tempos again, because you want to understand and internalize this information. It's not about playing it fast right now, which is also not a bad thing to do later, but the point is that we want to just learn, right? We cannot test ourselves in every practice day that, if we're doing well by how fast we play, and so on and so forth. Okay, so first exercise we said all down. Next one would be, I'm still staying with down, so just like I'm gonna skip one string, so E, D, A, G, D, B, G, E, G, B, D, G, A, D, E. It's basically you're skipping one string. It's pretty simple. And then the next one will be we're just gonna do groupings of 2. So slow. Right? Now I'm gonna do the same thing, only up. So up, just playing up, string by string. Great. Of course, I'll do this action a few times with a click, when we can do it together in a second. I'm actually gonna do it slower. grouping of 2. And then I'll do the same thing, picking up and down. Now let's do that with a click. So again, I'm just gonna try to play 60 BPM click per sound. I'm gonna feel the groove a little bit. Join me. E, B, G, B, A, E. Just that. Now, you notice that you can pick very loudly as well, but I was doing it in a very specific kind of mezzo piano, if you will, volume. And I think the control over the volume is something we'll talk about later with dynamics, but I like to think about that too, right? So I'm trying not to have control over that, so nothing is too loud, nothing too soft. You know, like you're playing music, you want to be able to express things, and loud and soft is a big part of music. So the same thing with that, we'll talk about it later. But if you can't, you can just be aware of that a little bit. Same thing, second exercise, we'll do it together. So we're just skipping one string. So I'm starting from E, skipping one string. I'll say the letters. E, D, A, G, D, B, G, E, G, B, D, G, A, D, E, D, A, G, D, B, G, E, G, B, D, G, A, D. One more time. E, D, A, G, B, E, G, E, G, B, D, G, A, D, D. Cool. Feels like a sport channel now. One more time, guys. You can do it. You can do it. But for real, I mean, I think, we gotta take care of the basic elements that we're using all the time, and we're using 2 hands, and we are picking those strings, so we need to be able to do that, right? Cool. So this was skipping, and now the third exercise was just 2 notes, right? So we basically did groupings of 2 notes. So again, only down. E, A, E, A, D, A, D, G, D, G, B, G, B, E, B, G, B, G, D, G, D, A, D, A, E. Okay. This was more confusing to say. I'll play it one more time. You can play it with me. You get it. Was too loud? D, A, D, A, E. Okay, cool. So now we only did downstrokes, right? Now the same thing we can do up. I'm not going to do it right now, but I highly recommend you guys doing that. So all up, then all down and up, or all up and down. You can do both. I usually do, I think, 3 of them, and then sometimes I'll switch. I used to practice that the first thing in the morning, so I would do it like for 5-10 minutes, something like that, just like kind of waking up and trying to do that. I think again, we should not neglect the sync thing. I think the sync between the 2 hands is extremely important and extremely helpful. Thank you, guys. I hope this was interesting and helpful. Please share with a friend that might benefit from that. please comment, please subscribe, please say hi, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you, and almost happy holidays.